that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jameis Winston and the Saints ready to go back again on offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. Eight yards to go on second down. Winston steps away, and Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Dublin's offense now set to take over. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Brady now to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 14 yards. And the Shamrocks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Again to Henry. Oh, good move. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tom Brady with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's 1 catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Brady will try again on 2nd down. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Now Brady again, rolling to his right. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. To throw again on second down. Brady goes right side, complete to Gronk. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
WSP.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Brady. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Touchdown! That's caught. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Shamrocks are able to add on to their first half lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
How you been?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit. Maybe featuring other people touching it for a while. And then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
I am doing great.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Being
chased out left. Finds a seam inside the 40. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down.
That was a pretty scramble there by Jameis Winston, but I've got to tell you, partner, if you just put him in a regular event, just watch him run, you're not going to think that he's going to do that, but you turn on the bright lights, Jameis Winston can run, wiggle, and pick up 1st downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara there with a first down carry, but not much running room, and he takes it forward for only a couple. It's 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Winston. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First down, Winston. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing, Winston. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they rattle off a big one.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Now a play fake. Brady steps away. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and goal. Brady dancing to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tom Brady, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Shamrocks have got it on cruise control.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Third and short yardage, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The final shot before half for Brady. Going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta, a big one for the Falcons, as they'll host the Washington football team. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos taking on the Cleveland Browns. And finally, a good one scheduled for Sunday Night Football between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. In the game you're watching, it's who else? Tom Brady with a strong first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back home.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Escaping the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff to Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. 73 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Shamrocks extend their lead yet again. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Winston. They'll roll him out right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it. It's going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Winston now from the 50. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston eluding and Winston lost the football. And the defense has come up with it.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh, my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Henry. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Charles, you look at that run, and in your garrulous and loquacious manner, how would you break down the nick-to-nasty that occurred when that was bounced outside? It was almost Machiavellian, wasn't it? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Shamrocks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field.
And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Winston to give, it's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the defense. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was that 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration, you'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
Following the fumble recovery, Brady out to his left. Incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Brady. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Buying time to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.